And to some security stories, security along the Bakassi-Oron waterways has received a major boost as about 80 repentant militants have voluntarily surrendered to authorities, ending months of illegal operations in the area. The Cross River State Police Command coordinated this effort, focusing on dialogue, intelligence-led operations, and community engagement. Commissioner for Information and Orientation, Erasmus Ekpang, emphasizes ongoing monitoring, training, and mentorship to ensure that the former militants return to the society as productive citizens. Among the items handed over, AK-47 ammunition, pistols, locally fabricated rifle, among others.
We are always 24 hours ready, so always nip crime in the bud, in the creeks and even on the land. So we have been also heightening securities, and we're doing more every day to ensure that we take the fight to them and more ammunitions out there.
We have some repentant, militants, boys that were in the creek that decided to, follow suit with the government and then, of course, surrender some of their arms, like you can see. And for us as a government, I think it's a right way in the right direction. It's a good way in the right direction. So we decided to, get them together, get their weapons, see how well we can profile them, and then put them to some training and all that.
Okay, we are here to submit our hands to the government for government to accept us and give us freedom so that we can be able to live as a normal human being again. And also government should help and give us job or give us anything for we to start up with. So that is why we are here, because we are tired of.
Joining me for more on the militant surrendering in Cross River State is the Commissioner for Information and Orientation, Cross River State, Dr. Erasmus Ekpang. It's good to have you join us on the news at 10.
Yeah, thank you so very much. Thank you.
Well, it's a great achievement by the state government. But talk to us, how were you able to persuade them to really surrender their weapons?
Yeah, thank you so very much. Since the session of the administration of Senator Prince Bassett too, it's been no resting place for criminals elements in Cross River State. We have done so very well. I commend the operations of Operation Okwok. That's these things that have been going, following these criminal elements into their nooks and crannies and all that. We've cut out a lot of their supply chains and, of course, made life very, very unbearable for them. So I think it was a wise decision for them to come out and actually join the government and be free once in a while, just, come out to have a proper life, living even in the forest, trying to cater for them, feed them and all that with all their groups. It's not just something, that's very easy. So we did so much to cut off their supply chain and, of course, ensure that they have a very, very, unproductive, deals or whatever they try to do to come out to attack. So I think it was a very difficult chance for them, and then they had to come out to surrender, their arms, and of course join the government and join the people of the to actually enjoy the season of sweetness, because Cross River State for now is something else.
I mean, many people will want to know, I will want to know what exactly is contained in this amnesty program, especially. What specific programs have been lined up to help their reintegration into the society?
Yeah, thank you so very much. Incidentally, this is the second in less than a year that militants had actually come out to drop their weapons to join their brothers and sisters out here in the world. The first batch orders were actually put out for some training programs involved with this agricultural value chain and all that. And of course, His Excellency, His magnanimity and kindness, and felt you should integrate them into the system. And then, of course, approve a total of about 800 million for 400 such militants and other farmers, to be able to have about 2 million each to get into one or two other trade or the other. That's some level of encouragement. And I think that alone had even, from the feelers back in the field, others would have wanted to actually take this olive branch to see that instead of them being in the creeks and hiding throughout, they just have to come out and say it is. But there's something we look at, we try to profile them and we try to advise them and talk to them and make them understand that it's not just pretending, because the DSS, the security operatives, which is actually headed, the special advisor is a retired general, major in the army. We profile you, we follow you up and see your activities. So once you see that your activities are not in line with what you have agreed to drop these weapons, we'll actually know what to do. But for now, I think we're actually going to, put them in some training programs and put them into a lot of our agricultural process and programs and policies we're up to. And I think they'll be very, very fine. But on assurance that, of course, for real, they have done a good leave.
Talk to us if there are other groups in the creeks, willing to take this opportunity, and if the state government is really reaching out to these people to help them also surrender their arms.
Yeah, we are. Like I said earlier, I must commend the efforts of the Operation Okwok and of course our security operatives in Cross River State. The governor coming on board had done so much for security operatives, and of course that gave them a lot of booster, to go after these people. As I speak to you, Cross River State is one of the safest states in Nigeria, and we actually have we have the database for crime hotspots. But for security reasons, I don't need to go deep in there. But I think we're very, very comfortable with what we're doing. So for others, within our Cross River State territorial waters, yes, we have some militia groups that I think ongoing negotiations and whatever will still come out. But and then we still have a lot in of course, in the international waters too. But within our territory, Cross River State water boundaries, very soon I think we'll get back to you. Like I told you, this is the second phase in just a year. So these people are linked up in one way or the other. So they get the news to understand that most of their colleagues have been trained, they're living a better life, they're out there, they are out to the public, they are gaining a lot of things. So when they see how difficult it is that we have cut out their supply chains, it's very, very difficult. And we're actually, going after them right inside where they are. I mean, the best thing is just to come out, knowing that His Excellency is a very passionate and humane person, Senator Prince Bassett, and is ready to give you that olive branch, to come and be a proper citizen. Because,
right.
like I assured them the last time when I visited them and I spoke with them, I promised and I told them truly, if they change in the next 5 years, I believe some of them will be greater than some of us, so they can actually be better. So they are human beings, and we appreciate them a lot.
Dr. Park, before I let you go, I would like to know if the federal government is, actively involved in this amnesty program, or it's just a state initiative?
No, for now, I think no. For now, it's Cross River State. It's totally Cross River State. The first one, we're actually involved in some training. And then, of course, after the training, we had profiled them, we're watching them. We're able to give them a token of some money to start up some trade. We're monitoring them. And then with this, I would expect that when His Excellency, when we sit down with His Excellency, we'll be able to drive a program, policies for this for us to continue. That would even encourage others that are in the creek, to actually come out and surrender their, weapons, because it's safe haven for Cross River State, one of the safest states in Nigeria.
And we hope for more news, good news like this from Cross River State as they have now surrendered their weapons. That's a fine place to leave the conversation for now. Thank you for talking to us. Commissioner for Information and Orientation in Cross River State, Dr. Erasmus Epang. Thank you for your time.